welcome back to Harvest Moon Farm. My name is Mickey if you're new here. Today is going to be a pretty short video. I just want to talk about the Three Rivers Pantry Challenge. A lot of YouTubers, a lot of homesteaders do this pantry challenge right after the holidays. So I'm going to do it this year. I will link the actual Three Rivers Pantry Challenge in the description box down below. But the objective of one of these pantry challenges, if you've never done them or never heard of them, is to use up whatever you've got in your pantries, in your freezers, in your refrigerators, and you've always got those things that you bought and you ended up not using. You thought you were going to make something, you changed your mind, it didn't use as much as you thought it was going to use. Whatever the case is, you've got all those things in your cabinets or in your freezer. So the pantry challenge, the idea is to use that up. So number one, it doesn't go bad and you just have to throw it away. And number two, if you do your own preservations, whether that's from your own garden or from things you buy at your local farmer's market or your grocery store, it doesn't matter. That will then give you some room. It'll open up some jars for you to use. And so that's what I want to do. And Jessica from Three Rivers Homestead always says that the only rule is there are no rules. So you make up the guidelines that fit your situation and what you think that you can accomplish. So I am going to do this for January and February. So I don't like I don't have access to dairy. I have some goats, but they're still babies, haven't been bred yet, so we don't have our own dairy. And of course, it's January, so we don't have access to fresh produce, right outside our door in our garden. So I am going to give myself $10 a week for fresh produce and dairy, but I'm only going to use it if I need it. I'm not going to go buy milk just because I've got $10 to buy milk. So anybody can participate in this. Jessica at Three Rivers, she has a YouTube channel, she has an Instagram page, she does a lot on that Instagram page, and of course she does lots of videos. But if you're interested in joining this challenge, you should go ahead and set whatever guidelines make sense for you and give it a try. If you want to post anything about it, use the hashtag Three Rivers Pantry Challenge so that we can all see, how everybody's going with this challenge. Let me see. So, on Friday, which was the December 30th, my husband and I, we've gotten a bunch of gift cards for Christmas this year, and of course we had some from past, holidays or birthdays or whatever. So we went out to dinner on Friday night and used some gift cards. And then on New Year's Eve, we just had leftovers. And so we kind of started yesterday, even though I'm just now getting this video made. We started yesterday eating just the things that we had in our refrigerator and in our freezer. And I'm really going to focus on things, starting today. So one of my goals is I've got lots of meat in my freezer. Some of it's been there for a while. So one of my goals is to get some of that used up. If you've been watching any of my past videos, I've done a lot of freezer meals. So I've got, we ate all of our lasagna. We just finished our meatballs, but I've got a lot of chicken pot pies left. In fact, I have one in my refrigerator now that we're going to have for dinner tomorrow night. But one of the things that I did to prepare for this was clean out my refrigerator and freezer right here in my kitchen. I don't know about you, but after the holidays and everything, the busyness, the craziness, my refrigerator was a disaster. It was dirty, things had gotten spilled, they'd only gotten halfway wiped up, things dripped you didn't know were dripping, you guys know the story. So, even though it's embarrassing as heck, I will show you what my refrigerator looked like before I started. And then I'm also going to show you what it looks like after I finish. It's still fairly full, but now it's organized. Now I know what I've got. The things that I took out of it were some leftovers that were questionable. They'd been there for a while. Some produce that had gotten shoved to the back of the refrigerator. It had started to go slimy or moldy or just, you know, just not appealing for us to eat. So when I was taking things out of my refrigerator, I had 2 buckets or 2 bowls that I was using. One was things I was taking out that could go to my chickens, which I took them lettuce and some other things, and they were, of course, crazy excited. And the other bowl was stuff that went to my compost pile. So even though this stuff didn't go in the trash can, I would still prefer that we eat it, you know, as much as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and show you my refrigerator before and after shots now, and then we'll just wrap this video up. So here's my after. It's, well, I didn't take these shelves out and clean them, and if you look, they're a little dusty, but I know what I have now. I know what veggies I have in here that I need to use in the next week or 2. You know, which things will go bad faster than others. I know what I've got in terms of condiments and that sort of thing, and of course I do have a lot of things that I made myself. I've got ketchup downstairs and barbecue sauce and pizza sauce, all that stuff. But the stuff that's in my refrigerator, now we can see it and we can make sure that it gets eaten up before it goes bad. I also did the same thing with the freezer here upstairs. Oh, you can't see that, but I had a lot of things that had just gotten shoved in it because I was too lazy to go downstairs, to be perfectly honest. So now I've got in here, I've got a couple bags of chicken that are separated in just enough servings for my husband and I. I've got a bag with some fish, I've got a bag of shrimp, I've got a bag of shredded pork that's was left over from something that I've got bagged up for us. And then I've got a few vegetables up here. So I tried to just keep up here what we could use, you know, for a meal or 2, so that I don't just have a bunch of random things shoved into my freezer. I also wanted to go through my main pantry cabinet that's upstairs in my kitchen, but I don't know if you guys can hear this, but I thought I was feeling better and on the downhill side of my cold, and yesterday it said, nope, I'm going to show you who's boss. It's not you, it's me. So not feeling too whoopee again today. I'm just kind of tired. So I did a lot, and I'll get the cabinet cleaned out so I know what's in there as well. But I would encourage everybody to give this a try. And you know, if you live in an apartment, let's say, and you just have, you know what apartment refrigerators look like. They're just the basic refrigerators with the little freezer on top. If you can say, I'm not going to go grocery shopping for 2 weeks, whatever works for you. Just the goal is to just use up what you have so that things don't go bad. That way you'll save a little bit of money, and you'll save a little bit of money like during that time period because you're not shopping, but also you are not wasting money by throwing out things that you've already purchased. So I told you this was going to be short, so this is going to be it for today. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and listening to my dog wants to go outside. So I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and I'll be coming up with another video this week that will show some things that we're going to be cooking, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thanks guys, see you later.